Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Max Scoville, filling in for Stella Chung, and on today's Fix of Gaming News, Call of Duty announced that this year's installment will finally get an official reveal in Warzone Season 5. Also coming to Warzone, Nicki Minaj. Sure, why not? In other news, the PC port of Ratchet Clank Rift Apart will not run well if you don't have the right setup, and Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai commented on his future with the series. Let's get into it. Call of Duty has announced this year's entry in the long-running shooter series will finally be officially revealed in Season 5 of Warzone, which kicks off August 2nd. At this point, it's pretty safe to assume that the next installment will be Modern Warfare 3, continuing the reboot series that began in 2019. There have been rumors and leaks flying around for months, and Activision even acknowledged a logo that leaked a while back. But if you'd like to be there front and center for the proper unveiling, here's what the Call of Duty blog had to say. Drop into Call of Duty Warzone to experience the worldwide reveal for Call of Duty 2023 in a limited time event. Join the ranks of Shadow Company to take on Kanai forces to secure the chemical weapon threat before it's too late. Stay tuned to Call of Duty channels for more details about the upcoming reveal. So what's the Modern Warfare 3 connection? Well, Shadow Company played a major part in the story campaign for last year's Modern Warfare 2, which ended on a cliffhanger. The other big mystery right now is what the new installment means for the future of the Al Mazrah map, which launched alongside last year's Warzone 2.0. Will it get an overhaul, or will it get nuked entirely and replaced with something brand new? We'll have to wait and see. Also dropping in next week's Warzone Season 5 update that probably wasn't on your bingo card, a skin of Nicki Minaj, along with a new version of frequent COD guest star Snoop Dogg. According to the official Call of Duty Twitter account, the two musicians are part of a 50-year celebration of hip-hop. They'll also be joined by rapper 21 Savage, though the image of his operator is mysteriously obscured. In addition to the new operators, players will also get access to, quote, free war tracks spanning 3 decades of a culture that transcends music and gaming. End quote. What other rappers do you think should join Call of Duty? Sound off in the comments below. I personally want Dr. Dre, but in his original world-class Wrecking Crew outfit, where he has a sequin jumpsuit and a little stethoscope, so he can be a doctor of beats. Something tells me he would not be on board with that idea, though. The formerly PlayStation 5 exclusive Ratchet Clank Rift Apart just hit PC, and from the looks of things, its performance is pretty ratchet if you didn't rift apart your PC to install a solid-state drive. When the game's PC specs were first announced, Insomniac drew some criticism because an SSD was not a requirement, which undermined the studio's claims that it was a PS5 exclusive because it needed to take advantage of the console's next-gen storage. Well, it turns out that wasn't entirely marketing BS. Digital Foundry put the port through its paces using different hardware, including on a PC with minimum specs and a PS4 hard drive installed. And technically, you can run the game, but it is definitely not ideal. The titular mechanic of jumping through rifts, which is practically seamless with an SSD, might as well just be a loading screen without one. Overall, though, it sounds like this port is a considerable step up from some other recent releases, and Digital Foundry's John Linneman called it infinitely better than The Last of Us Part 1 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. You know, assuming you're not playing on a low-end PC with a PS4 hard drive installed for some odd reason. Insomniac's community chief James Stevenson shared Linneman's assessment, adding, "As we said, so there you go." Super Smash Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai has taken a break from creating games these days and has instead been sharing some of his wisdom on his YouTube channel creatively titled Masahiro Sakurai on Creating Games. In his latest video, he reflected on what's next for the series, saying, quote, "One option would be to separate the series from its creator, but for now, at least, I can't imagine a Smash Bros. Title without me. You might think that's a natural stance for someone in my role, but I say so speaking objectively." He went on to add that it's safe to assume there will be another entry someday, but right now they don't have someone to take the reins, and it'll take some work to figure out how to fill that role. He also stated that he'd like to keep working with Nintendo however he's able. This might make it sound like the next Smash game is a long ways off, but you never know. Sakurai also shared an anecdote about how he wasn't aware of the 2008 Wii game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, until the same E3 when it was revealed to the public. He still wound up being credited as the game's director and presumably did a whole bunch of work on it, but that just goes to show you the level of secrecy involved with game development sometimes. And on that note, that is your daily fix for Friday, July 28th, 2023. For everything else going on in the world of gaming and entertainment, make sure you are following and subscribed to IGN wherever you like to watch. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you later.